Okay, today is going to be a short video. We're just going to look at First John of the 5 readings. At the very beginning here, for this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another. And then at the end, but whoso hath this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of God in him? My little children, let us love not in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. Now, this is the King James translation. Let's find an easier translation. Let's go with, let's go with something that's a little bit easier. Let's see, we'll just do the American Standard, okay? For this is the message which ye heard from the beginning, that you should love one another. And then down here, but whoso hath the world's goods, and beholdeth his brother in need, and shutteth up his compassion from him, how doth the love of God abide in him? My little children, let us not love in word, neither with the tongue, but in deed and truth. In other words, don't just say, I'm loving, I care for everybody, I'm a Christian. In deed and in truth, let us show it. Jesus gives the apparently earnest young man an example of how to love in deed and in truth, in giving away everything to the poor and following Christ completely. And he doesn't want to do it. So here's your assignment today. I want you to give me an example of people not being loving, because ultimately this is all about how to love. And this semester I'm teaching love and the meaning of life, because we really don't know what love is. We think it's just emotion, or it's sort of sappy romance, but it's not that. I'm sure you guys look in the world around you, in the church or in the world at large. When are people not helping those who need help? When are people seeing those who are vulnerable and needy and not helping them deliberately, or causing trouble that makes things worse for them? You can give me any example except abortion, because as evil as abortion is, that's the first example that might come to mind for most Catholics, that, well, nobody's protecting unborn babies. And that's true, except certain people are trying to. So that aside, look in the world and find other ways in which there's disorder, in which either Christians or non-Christians are refusing to do what John is suggesting. And I'm going to find just a final little, let's find another one that doesn't use the words like doth and dith and doth and that, but I don't know if I will. English Standard Version, anglicized, let's try that. But if anyone has the world's goods and sees his brother in need, yet closes his heart against him. We talked about closed hearts earlier this semester. How does God's love abide in him? Little children, let us not love in word or talk, but in deed and truth. So that's your assignment. Give me examples of where people fail to do that, whether they call themselves Christians or not.